For the fifth round of bags, we didn't build the Daily Bugle at all. Instead, we built the things that are happening around the Daily Bugle, so we kind of get that sense that this is a larger city or a building within a larger city. So we built the taxi, we got a taxi driver, we got a few dumpsters, and Sandman. So we'll just kind of take a closer look at all these individual pieces by themselves. I loved this taxi build. As I was putting it together and saying, oh, that's cool, oh, that's a really good idea, it occurred to me that I don't build a lot of cars. I just tend to be drawn more towards the licensed theme sets, so don't end up getting a lot of the cars you find in the city set. So I really love the design of this taxi, and I don't really know if these are new designs or what, because I don't build the cars on a regular basis. But I love the fact they use the kind of this curved part on the hood that goes into the headlights. It's just got that classic cab look. You've got the clear translucent tiles for the headlights, which I think is very common. You got the bumper, and there would be a license plate sticker here, and the fenders, and you got the little antenna here. And if I don't put stickers on until I'm ready to do my stop motion builds, but there would be like a taxi sticker here, the bumper sticker there. There's also like a taxi sign here on the light, or a taxi sticker for the light. And I like the side lights on the taxi to kind of show it's in service. That's a little fun little detail. You got the rear view mirror with the 1x1 tap piece. I love the back blinkers, and this is probably one of my favorite features. So you've got the rear brake lights, the tail lights, and then you've got a broken tail light. So rather than putting a clear translucent tile on both of these, you actually have a cab with a broken tail light. And I love that, because that is New York. These cabs are dented and destroyed. So I love the fact that this is not a nice, perfect cab. And another thing I loved was the muffler. The muffler on this car is actually one of these little pirate gun pieces, and I just love the fact that this is used for the muffler. Very creative use of a piece, so love that. And then, of course, we can't have a taxi without a taxi driver, and we've got our taxi driver, Bernie the taxi driver. Now, I'm doing research into this stuff, and there is actually a Bernie the cabbie in Marvel Comics, but interesting enough, he's not from Spider-Man, he's actually from the Incredible Hulk, and he appeared in the 1978 issue of Incredible Hulk number 221, and he looks nothing like that Bernie. So I don't know if they just took the name and then did their own little creation, but this is Spider-Man's Bernie the cab driver, and not the Incredible Hulk's Bernie the cabbie. And here's our Sandman build, which I think was kind of like the main draw of the fifth round of bags, because the Sandman build is just really cool. And now, when I first saw the set, I thought this was built into the sidewalk of the Daily Bugle, but it's actually just a separate piece. It doesn't go onto the Daily Bugle in any way. You just kind of put this down wherever you want, pose it how you like. The other thing is this thing's like a lot of posability, which is really cool, because there's actually several hinges. So you've got a hinge so you can go this way with them bending, and then also this way, so you get just a lot of different movements and poses with this particular set. And well, actually I was going to do this now, but since I took it off, something I found interesting was, I thought the reason they kind of had it coming out of the cement and just having the cement sticking to the sand as it comes out is because these hinges are is this like 2x2 hinge plate. And I thought it only came in a light bluish gray, but this piece does actually come in a tan color. So having it like the cement stick to him was an artistic choice, and not just because they only had light gray hinge plates to work off of. Now the other cool thing is that the Sandman minifigure itself just pops off, and you just put the studs here between it, and it just pops right back on. But the Sandman minifigure comes off and on very easily, and I really love this design with him kind of like swirling out and taking the form of like whatever he might be forming into, because he doesn't need to stay as his human form. And it's kind of funny because like while building this, it's just, I don't know why it never occurred to me how similar he is to Clayface. I always just, Hydro Man was my always thought was like, oh, Hydro Man, Sandman, almost the same thing, but Clayface too. But something I thought was interesting, and I don't know if they did this on purpose, but he doesn't have minifigure legs. He just has this sand piece, which in itself is really cool. But Bernie the cab driver, who also comes in the set, just happens to have the same color pants that Sandman normally wears. So I'm curious if they put Bernie in this set so you could do Sandman in either his human form or in his, taking shape as a sand monster form. The dumpsters are cool little builds. They're very simple. You just have some round plates on the bottom to be like the little wheels. You've got some bricks on the bottom to make it just give it a little more height. And then there's this crate piece, which I've never actually seen before, but apparently it's only come in like less than a dozen sets. So that's probably why I've never seen it and why you might not have seen it before, because it's not in a lot of sets. And then we've got the top of the dumpster, which is really cool. You just got that, I don't know, that's my brickhead thing, the 1x4 tile with the side studs, and then you take off the lid with got these slope pieces. And when you look inside the garbage can, now here is our recycling bin. You've got 3 different colored cans, and each one of those cans, of course, has that little pop top lid printing. So it's cool to give us stuff inside these garbage cans. But my favorite garbage can has to be this one, or I should say contents of the dumpster, because if I take it out, we've got some really, we've got some, some fruit. We've got some cherries. You got yourself, green cherries, red cherries, and a moldy hot dog. I love this. I love the fact that not only do they give us like a hot dog, but it's a moldy green hot dog in the dumpster. I love that little feature. But let's put those back in our dumpster, and then when you have these assembled, what you can do is the little studs on the bottom just attach to some jumper plates in the back. So you can kind of see that jumper plate here. So I can just kind of put that back leg on to secure my dumpster. Now it's not going to move. Put this one over here and just kind of pose them how you want. The only thing I will say is chances are if you take it off, you're going to lose that stud. It just kind of sticks to the jumper plate. So you're going to have to take off the stud and put it back on your dumpster when you're done. A lot of extra pieces in this round of bags. So we got the 3 translucent clear tile pieces in these round tiles. We got some cheese wedge slopes, a 1x1 plate, a Technic pin, and this tap piece. But this bottom row are the ones I'm excited about. Now, I have lots of these lever pieces like in light bluish gray and black, but I don't have them very colorful. So this yellow and black is like kind of nice because I don't have a lot of those. I love the fact that I now have 2 of these petrified hot dogs, just a great piece. And I don't have any pirate sets, so this is my first pirate gun that I got. This is the gun they use for the muffler, so excited to get that for an extra piece. And of course we have our little cherry pieces here. So like those cherry pieces, I think it's the first extras I have of that, so it's fun to have some extra food for like a fruit stand. But really loving the extra pieces in the set. But oddly enough, in this round of bags, I should have gotten a 1x1 round, kind of like dark gray, almost like chrome plate piece, and it didn't give me one. So I didn't get an extra of this, even though they usually do come with one. I thought that the 5th round of bags was going to be the 2nd floor of the Daily Bugle, but instead we got these, set pieces for outside the building, and I'm really excited to have gotten to build these, especially Sandman. But now I'm really looking forward to officially getting to the 2nd floor of the Daily Bugle.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or check out some of our other videos. Until next time, let's keep building together.